Hi, this is Suzanne A. Wells, and welcome to my presentation on buying and selling on local Facebook groups. Now, if you are not doing this, you are leaving money on the table. These groups have really gained momentum in the last year, I would say. They're growing very fast. A lot of more people are learning how to use them, and these groups are all around you. You just may not know it. So let's go over some of the benefits of using these groups for selling in addition to your eBay business. First of all, no fees. You don't have to calculate your profit based on fees because the price is the price. And you have all the flexibility in the world to change the price whenever you want, accept offers. This is your business. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it. It is a cash business. We're going to go over that in at the end of the course what that really means. But cash in your pocket, you can make money every day. You can use that money to buy groceries, buy gas, pay your bills. You can put it in the bank, whatever you want to do with it. It does not go through PayPal unless you choose that option. There are no PayPal or eBay rules, so you don't have to worry if the item you're posting is not allowed, except there is one condition there, which I will go over later. Um, but you don't have to worry about all these rules that PayPal and eBay impose on us. So there's a lot more freedom. And it's great for frequently returned items or large and bulky items because I hate shipping a lot of these things. And this was just a great solution. I got into this mode of selling in 2014 when I had put my 3,000 square foot house on the market. I was going to move and I just didn't want to take a lot of things with me. So it made more sense for me to sell some things rather than to pay to have them moved. So that's when I really got into this and started flipping furniture a little bit more and not having to use Craigslist for that. And as far as the frequently returned items, I have sold things like formal wear that can be frequent returns on eBay, and you just don't have to worry about anything happening after the transaction. Once the money is in your pocket, you have it and you're done. The Facebook app is really easy to use, and a lot of people do this as soon as you have the item in your possession, whether you are in your car going to get it or in a parking lot somewhere. You can take pictures of it right there and post it immediately for sale, either in the same group or a different group. I have done that before, and sometimes the item sells really fast and you've just made money right there because you're smart. You can post on multiple groups quickly. There is a higher level of trust and accountability than on Craigslist, and you can see the person's picture on the Facebook group. So you have that. You can report them to the admin if they are, don't show up, or if they're harassing you or, causing some kind of problem. You can also see if you have mutual friends, and you can just see a little bit more about the person. Whereas on Craigslist, when you buy from somebody, you have no idea who they are, where they are, if they're real, anything like that. So there is a higher level of trust. And that's one thing I like about it is Craigslist, you basically have an email or a text. You don't see anything about the person, where on Facebook you can look at their profile and sometimes see where they work and what neighborhood they live in and where their kids go to school and stuff like that just by what they posted on their timeline. This is one of the things I really love about Facebook groups is that all sales are final, no returns. And I don't get a whole lot of returns on eBay, but they do seem to come in waves, or expensive items seem to get returned in the same week. So it all of a sudden your PayPal's in the negative and you weren't expecting that. So you don't get any of those post-transactional surprises when you are doing these Facebook groups, because when it's done, it's done. You don't have to worry about shipping items. That is something I am not a fan of, other than clothing that you can just throw into a poly mailer or a padded envelope. things like hot rollers and kitchen items and crock pots, and I've shipped all those things and I just don't care for it. So you can find those things at a garage sale for cheap and then put them on these groups and make money and not have to worry about shipping these bigger items. There are no cases or chargebacks, so you don't have to worry about a case being opened against you for an item not as described. Obviously, you're going to want to be honest or you're going to get reported to the group and get kicked out. But you don't have to worry about problems coming back to bite you later that may not even be your fault. You don't have to worry about the 180-day PayPal return issue. And that has hit me a couple of times, and it's just a pain to have to work through everything and document everything and send it in and wait to get your money back. You don't have to worry about any of that. Also, there's no feedback. So, other than if there was a problem, you will get reported to the group admin. But you don't have to worry about negatives. You don't have to worry about anything happening post transactionally as long as you do your part, your item matches what you said it is, and you show up on time. Now, the drawbacks to using Facebook groups. While you do know more about your trading partner, there is not much accountability when it comes to showing up on time. And this is the number one annoying thing about these groups is that people don't show up or they're late. Last week I was delivering an office chair to someone and the woman was like 30 minutes late, and I only waited for her because I had her number and I was texting her and asking her if she was still coming, and she got stuck behind road construction and on and on, and it is inconvenient. So that's the number one problem. People change their minds. You think you've got a sale, and then, okay, great, where do you want to meet? You never hear from them again. Also, you have to physically meet people in public to do the transaction. So, if you're like me and you're used to working at home and some days you don't even go anywhere, you do have to jump in the car and go meet people. Some people will have the buyers come to their home, but I don't like to do that. I meet at a Walgreens that is basically right across the street from where I live, so it's like 200 yards, so it's not far. So if they don't show up, it's not that big of a deal. If you are meeting further away from your home, it's a good idea to just do some errands while you're out so it's not a wasted trip if they don't show up. Plan to drop by the grocery store, get gas, go to the bank, whatever you need to do so that it's not a wasted trip. There is a smaller audience than eBay. However, these groups can be huge. A lot of the ones I'm in 7 different groups all around me, and most of them have at least 20,000 members. Now, there's a lot of overlap there. It's the same people, but you get a lot of exposure for your stuff. So, although there is a smaller audience than eBay, it's a very defined audience right local to you. And again, you can be removed if you don't follow the rules or meet your trading partner. Okay, how to find buy and sell groups. These are all around you. It's just a matter of taking time to look them up and find them. So what you want to do is just start typing words like yard sale, garage sale, online garage sale, and it will start to pre-fill underneath. So I like this yard sale without a yard. um, but you can start typing in those kinds of words to see what comes up. And like this one here, Town Lake, Eagle Watch, and Bridge Mill, that's right around me. So I don't know why I'm getting online garage sale in Michigan and Minnesota, but just start typing those kind of words, or your city, your state, your county, your town, your community, and you'll start seeing all these come up. Once you are in a few of them, you'll start getting suggestions for other ones to join. Facebook will put that together and suggest that. You can also find some of the people once you get in one group, when you see someone, a post come up for someone selling something, you can go to that person's profile and look and see if they're in other groups that might apply to you. So since everyone's local to the same area, there's a lot of overlap in these groups, but some people just do one group. My daughter Melanie just does one group, and I do 7 because I like to look at everything all around me. So there's some other examples of how to look up groups around you. Now all of your groups will show up in the left margin. You may need to go underneath here and expand this list, but they will all be, and this is all your groups on Facebook, not just the buy and sell groups. So you'll see everything is mixed in there. If you don't want to get notifications, which I suggest turning these off, because once you join a group, you're going to get notifications every time something happens in that group, if something is posted. And so that's going to start coming up in your feed. And it's kind of interesting at first, but then it gets annoying because it's more time efficient to go to the group and search for something, to go scroll through when you have time, or to set up notifications for specific items, which we're going to go over in just a minute. So I would suggest turning off the general notifications, and you can do that by going to the group page, clicking on notifications, and then choosing off, and then you won't see those all the time. Now, you can search for specific items, and this is like setting up a search on eBay. This is what you want to do when you're looking for items to flip or that you just want to keep for yourself. This is a very effective way to find things because as soon as something is posted matching the keywords in your saved search, you will be notified, and you can actually set up there's different ways you can do your settings. Like if you have an iPhone, I think you can do Facebook push notifications where it's going to pop up on your phone. So like in this case, rocking chair. That's something I look for because I've had luck reselling those. And I have this notification set up on every group I'm in so that I can see when they're posted. So at this point, I'm going to end this segment, and then we're going to go through how to set up notifications and show you how to do some of these searches.